right, you are watching a very special edition of Marvel Live. I'm Ryan Panagos, aka Agent M, and I'm super excited because we are once again here to talk all about Marvel Future Revolution. We're going to dive into a new future that begins with this game. We're very excited. I'm hyped. It's going to be a great show, and we're going to kick things off with a little bit of news just in case you missed it. We have a launch date. Marvel Future Revolution arrives on August 25th. Get hyped, get ready, because that is less than 1 month away if you are watching live. And if you're watching this on VOD, then it's even better because it's even closer. So hooray for you, hooray for all of us. We're going to be playing that game together really soon. Okay, we have a ton of stuff to dig into on this episode. You want to hear about it? All right, we're going to go through costume customization. Get ready for some purple. Maybe some red. We'll get into that. We're going to explore the game's open worlds. That's S, worlds, S plural. We're going to take your viewer questions. So you've got chat, you've got comment. Get in there. Let us know what you want to know about the game. Let us know how hyped you are. Tell me how great my hair looks. I got a haircut today, so please heap all the praise upon us and the game. We're going to... Oh, right. We're going to fight a very special supervillain, someone I'm very fond of, which maybe you can take that as a note. All right, we're going to get into a lot of this and more because we have special guests from Netmarble and Marvel Games. It's going to be wonderful, and stick around to the very end because it's Marvel production. We want you here the whole time. We're going to give you a special a little coupon code that you can use when the game releases that'll be for something fun in Marvel Future Revolution. We'll get to that later in the show. Again, that's at the very end, so stick around. And if you don't know what Marvel Future Revolution is, it is Marvel's first open world action RPG on mobile. It's freaking great. It explores a new history of Marvel stories and reveals an amazing new future for Marvel mobile games. That's a lot. It's exciting. It's awesome. And before we move on, let's throw up a little sizzle video for you.
Join my revolution. If you're like me, you're fighting for the future. A battle has just begun.
Multiple Earths are all about to collide with each other.
It's going to be the most dangerous mission you've ever faced.
Let's get moving.
Pre-register now.
So you're getting a little taste of the action. This is our second Marvel Live episode about Marvel Future Revolution. So we talked about a whole bunch of stuff on the first episode. If you missed it, let's do a quick recap before we get into the new goodness. All right, we talked about the storyline and the plot of Marvel Future Revolution, getting into the colliding worlds and all kinds of wild stuff that's happening there. We talked about the 8 playable characters available at launch: Captain America, Spider-Man, Captain Marvel, Doctor Strange, Iron Man, Storm, Star-Lord, and yes, Black Widow. And when we played, I got to play live. You voted to get an exclusive first look at the starting mission for Spider-Man. I did pretty okay. We heard from you in the chat with questions and hype galore. On YouTube, Panther17 said, "I like how fluid the combat looks." Furman Nur was impressed by the graphics. And Legend123 wrote, "I can't believe this is mobile. It's crazy." Legend123, it's not crazy. It's Marvel Future Revolution. It's pretty rad. All right, so we're here. We're live now. We want more of your comments, more of your questions, more of your hopes and dreams. Let us know what you want to know about the title, and then I can ask the wonderful gentleman who will be joining me on this episode today. I'll bring him on now. We have Joe Lee, production director at Netmarble.
Hey, Ryan. Joe here. Great to be back.
Joe. Yeah, Joe, I'm excited. We're going to get into a whole lot of stuff, but we can't do it just the two of us. We have to be joined by Mr. Danny Koo, who is Director of Product Development at Marvel Games. Hi, Danny.
Hey, Ryan. How are you?
I'm great. I like seeing your smiling face. I like your toys. Your hat's great, and your facial hair is almost as good as mine. Look, we got a lot of great stuff to share with the fans this episode. Again, reminder, stay tuned to the end. We're going to have that special coupon code for you. The launch date for Marvel Future Revolution is August 25th. Mark your calendar. Does anybody use a paper calendar? I have like 5 paper calendars here because that's just me. But mark those calendars. All right, let's get this party started. New stuff to talk about. Let's dive into costume conversation. I know some people are getting hyped. You see a lot of different looks in the game. Everyone loves costumes, and this game has so many. Danny, would you ask me how many costumes are in this game?
Ryan, how many costumes are in this game?
Danny, that's a great question. I really appreciate you asking me. There are over 400 million costume combinations per hero. That number still is wild. Y'all are amazing. So that's really cool. But what else do people love? The Marvel Cinematic Universe. Joe, can you tell me a little bit about the MCU-inspired costumes?
Yeah, sure. We know there will be a lot of fans coming from the movie that that would want to actually check out the movie versions of the heroes in the game. So we wanted to make sure that we have that in the game. You see, what you're seeing there is actually the Avengers Endgame version and the Captain Marvel version. So they could actually feel right at home, and they could connect to like their good fond memories from the movies, and then relive as the characters that they saw from the movies in the game.
Very, very cool. Danny, Marvel Future Revolution also has a ton of really cool regions that players will explore. Are those costumes, will there be costumes inspired by those regions in the game?
Yeah, there are definitely costumes available for every playable hero inspired by each region in the game. For example, you have Hydra Empire. They all looks cool, very brutalistic. Excellent. And you have Sakaar, looks like warrior. They look like they're strongest. They're meant to be survival. And you have the cool tech, from New Stark City. And then we have many more.
Yeah, don't give it all away just yet. Joe, how does costume customization sort of affect the masteries for characters?
So when you're actually, equipping the same set to your characters, and there are actually set bonus being applied to the characters. So if you actually wear like two pieces of the same set, then there will be like certain, like perks that you get, like some of the base stats and stuff like that, and maybe even more to like some more favored stats, or maybe to the skill masteries, like the basic skills, where it could be a certain skill, or maybe even a class of skills, stuff like that. We have it already being stacked on to your character.
I love it. I love it. You guys are doing some really cool stuff there. And of course, Marvel games, they're paying attention. There's a ton of costumes in the game, but I'm sure with all the characters that we have and more to come, if you want to see costumes in there, let us know. Always comment, chat, be kind, be fun, get excited. Let us know. They're paying attention. Okay, talking about all these costumes, it's great. I get paid to talk, but I also get paid to show stuff off. So let's show off some costume customization live in the game. I've got it running right next to me. I'm going to bring it up, and I'm going to take us through maybe some Doctor Strange costumes. How's that sound, boys?
Sounds good.
Doctor Strange.
Great. All right, we've got Doctor Strange. Here he is. We're going to start in with him. Boop, boop, boop. Get in there. And yeah, let's see. All right, we're going to get into his costume area. One of the things you can do, I mean, you can see here, wonderful fans watching, there are lots of ways to customize your characters and look at the different looks. So we have him in this theme right now, but like we can even just go right to the nice modern theme. Looks great right there. I like that. I know what's down here. We've got so many in this game. You guys have made some really cool ones. Oh, I love God of Magic.
Check out his hair.
Yeah.
There you go.
I like that one a lot. God of Magic is great. Come on, look at this. Look at those ruffles. 1602.
1602.
It's a great look, and it's full look. Even moves around when I spin him. His cape moves really, really well. We've got Fear itself, which is kind of a simple look, but I really, really dig that duster. I think it looks fantastic.
Agree.
The Defenders
Team has
one was
done a
what we
good job.
They've done a great job. Defenders 1 was what we started with. I want to, yeah, Xanderth is what I wanted to show off before finish. He's so shiny.
Yep.
Looks like he
Magic and
belongs to the
science.
Nova Corps.
Yeah, he looks terrific. Viewers watching, what costume set do you like most for Doctor Strange that I've shown off? And tell us in the comments why your favorite one is 1602. If it has to do with the ruffles, then I fully understand, because I'm here for those ruffles. It looks great. Joe, I want to ask, how does, can you elaborate a little bit more in terms of having a full set of a costume affect a character's skill cap and all those other details you were mentioning?
Right. Depending on which kind of costume set that you actually equip, that actually governs like what kind of perks that you're actually you're receiving as a stat bonus. Like it could be the base stats, or it could be like some favorite stats. But the most importantly, it could be the skill masteries, or even the multiple skills of masteries, leveling up. It could be +1 or maybe all the way up to +6. So that would give you like a huge advantage and actually differentiate you and set you apart from your peers when you're actually, playing in a party. So you have to actually make sure if, before you actually start investing into any of the gear sets, you have to decide if this is the costume set that you want.
Very true, very true. And everybody will be able to figure out which costume set they want to dig into when the game launches August 25th. Want to remind everybody about that. All right, let's have some more fun with costumes. I want to show off some Doctor Strange, if we don't mind. I'm going to switch up to, I want to go to Captain America. Check out Cap over here, looking great, very suave. We're going to get into him now. I want to play a little game. Misters Danny and Joe, think of a couple of adjectives that I can build costumes around. I would say, think of something cool, but don't use cool. Joe, if you had an adjective that I could build a costume around, what would it be?
All right, Ryan, I would challenge you to design a smart Captain America.
Okay, I can design a very smart cap. Danny, what about you? What would your adjective be?
What about rebellious? Let's do
it. I like that rebellious is just turn the hat backwards, go full over the top. It's fine. I like it. All right. So, audience, I want you to engage and chat, comment. Let us know which version you like more in the comments once I've started creating them. We have smart and rebellious. I'm going to go into smart first. So you can see the live gameplay up there now as I go through things. All right, so you said smart. I want, I think I want Sakaar because I really like the helmet. And like I mentioned it earlier at the top of the show, purple. I think smart. He's got like, with the fin at the top, allows a little wind braking. Sure, that seems like a thing. And let's see, what else? He needs pouches, for sure.
Gonna have the fanny packs.
I would love if it was just one character with like 12 fanny packs. Please make that happen. But Cap's World War II theme, perfect for nice. Lots of gear. And then, let's see. New Stark City is a really cool look for all the characters, so I like that one. It's a smart one here.
Oh, there you go. Shield.
There you go. And then,
right,
yeah. And then let's see, modern. I want modern. Let's see where. Oh, modern's up the top, right? And then I'm gonna go, yeah, modern for the legs. And he's got more pockets right there and more knee pads. He looks pretty good. Let me change the look. We can see it here. All done. I think he looks terrific. Joe, this was your adjective. What do you think?
Well, that's pretty practical. So, I mean, I give you that. Yeah, but if it was up to me, then I would have gone for the shiny eyes, the glowy eyes kind of a helmet, because, glowy eyes always make you smarter. But you have like all the, like big pockets and, like shiny boots. Well, if you're a soldier, if you know how to, shine your boots, that means you're smart enough because you got the discipline. So I would give you 9.5 out of 10.
Fair. I'll take it. Good note. Thank you for that, Joe. All right, it's time to go rebellious. Rebellious means we're going to get a little wild with it. So let's go Secret Empire helmet because that's just scary. And rebellious. I think that fits Danny very well.
Like the red, yes.
Yeah, the red is good. You've got good red colors. Let's see. I would like Hydra Empire because again, it's a rebellious one. We'll go Hydra Empire, more red for Cap there. Oh, I know what's a good shield. Savage Shadowland. Again, we're sticking with this red theme, which is, yeah, that's a really good one. And then you know what? I know what I want for his pantaloons. Here we go. Shield Director. Yeah. Nice bright red and the tightest pants you can find. Or that took us.
I love it.
Right? It looks great.
Tight pants. Yes.
That's intimidating.
I would wear this. I would wear this. I would wear this on a motorcycle.
It would be pretty great, and everybody would see you coming, the bright red streak. So you approve of this one? I'm all done here. You approve of this one?
Yeah, I'll give you 12 out of 10. How's that?
Oh, come on. I should have given you 13 out of 10.
Hey, look, you had your chance. There's nothing I can do but say I did it, and he looked great. Yeah, so that's the costume. He looks great, looks wonderful. Fans, again, you're in the chat, you're in the comments. Let us know which one do you like more. We're gonna have I think we have side by side that we can show you, so you can really think about it. Okay, now being completely objective, Danny, which one do you choose?
Of course, rebellious. He looks slick. He looks fierce. You don't want to mess with this guy, right?
Okay, Joe, how about you?
Of course, I go for the smart. Practical, book smart, street smart. You got all that.
All right, fans, you're in there. You're commenting. We want to know which one you like. Is it pouches or is it terrifying spikes and faceless Steve Rogers just running at you, probably screaming in agony? It just seems difficult. I'm being told the fan vote has come in. I'm so sorry, Danny. Joe's smart choice has won the day.
No.
Oh, yes, I know it.
Come on. Anyway.
Let's go
Good
Team
job.
Purple.
Yeah, well, look, I'm all Team Purple. You can see my lighting behind me. It looks really good. Purple cap. Maybe that can inspire the folks in the comics or the films. Who knows? We'll see how that goes. All right. That's enough costume shenanigans for now. Everybody, August 25th, you'll be able to play with all the costumes you acquire. But let's start talking about open worlds. Joe, what are your inspirations for the 5 regions in the game?
There are multiple regions, right? So we actually wanted to make a beautiful contrast as the player's journey through the whole game, right? I mean, the story actually takes you to different places, like what you're seeing right now. That would be New Stark City. That has like Tony Stark names all over it. You know, you see the Avengers Tower there. So that has like some urban plus like high-tech theme going on. And then of course Midgardia that has like all the godly nature and also, you know, combined with natural stuff going around, like some of the medieval fantasy theme that actually, you know, takes you away to like some of the, you know, like good high beings like some demigods and stuff like that, right? And Sakaar, that would be like the big desert place where you have like all the, you know, alien civilization, you know, but just being, you know, like rude to each other, that just came to actually live with us on the prime Earth with us. And, you know, of course, Xander, this is actually like the most high-tech landscape that you can find out there that actually that is actually like the war zone, you know, being bombarded by, you know, the mothership of Thanos' army right there. So all of these different things with even Hydra Empire that has like World War II, like black and white kind of a movie theme. Maybe I would say like retro or Art Nouveau art direction to it. So just wanted to make sure that you have plenty of variety when it comes to like different regions.
Love it. We've got a couple of comments that came in. Primo Pumpkin on YouTube says, I need this game. Primo, you can have this game. August 25th. Mario Fernandez on Facebook. Did I say Mario? That's weird. Mario Fernandez on Facebook says, release this game today. Gentlemen, can you release this game today?
Danny, can we? Are we ready?
Not yet. You have to wait for good things. Good things always take time.
Yep. Yeah. I tried, Mario. Apologies. But Danny, what's one cool detail you're excited for fans to see from any of the regions?
In any of this region, you can also find non-playable characters that you might be familiar with from both original creation and also iconic heroes and also villains that sprinkle throughout each region. On top of that, each region is specifically have different colored palette to each other, and that also dictates the mood and flow of the story as well as a whole. And as well, you can see Sakar right now, it's very dry. It's a survival of the fittest kind of place. It's brown, and it's not for the faint of heart.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought up NPCs because that's where I want to go next. Throughout the maps, we have so many awesome NPCs. And these maps are quite large, so you're going to run into a lot of them. You may not see them on your first playthrough, but Danny, can you name some of the characters that we'll see? You mentioned that there are a lot of them. Tell us, why some of them were chosen.
I know a lot of people have their own wish lists as well, but we can find iconic NPC like Yondu or Lady Sif, even Valkyrie, Moon Knight, Daredevil. And then Netmarble also create original characters like the first NPC that greets you when you comes into Omega Flight by the name of Courtney Frazier.
Courtney, she already has a lot of fans.
I know.
Mm-hmm. I love it. I mean, Netmarble does some really great stuff with original creations in the games. Joe, how do the NPCs actually help players progress throughout Marvel Future Revolution?
So there are actually multiple ways that they function as NPCs in the game. Of course, there are quest givers, and there are like combat NPCs that actually helps you out like some of the scripted battles that you actually get to face as you actually go along the story. And of course, there will be like some more interactivity. Like some of the NPCs could be, like us setting up their shops. So they could be selling their merchandises and stuff like that. So you can, just imagine just variety of the character cameos that we wanted to use. And we actually tried to, max it out.
I love it. Again, we're talking. Let's show some cool stuff. I want to go find an NPC in the game. So everybody watching, I want you to comment, chat, and vote for your pick of which NPC we should go look for. Again, those choices are Valkyrie. Who else do we have? We have Yondu, who looks really freaking cool. We have Daredevil. And of course, yes, we have Lady Sif. So vote, comment, and chat. Let us know which one we should go check out. Danny, Joe, do you have a favorite? Which one do you think we should go to? How about you, Danny?
I say we should go with Yondu. Just because he's a Ravager, he loves adventure. We might go on an adventure with him.
Ooh. Joe?
Yeah, I will also say Yondu. Well, Danny already said it, but it's not. It's actually a rare case to actually go for a tour to an actual war zone, right? So we're about to find that out if we can.
Okay. All right. We were getting some votes across all the different places that the show is streaming, and you guys have swayed the vote. Your words carry much weight. The fans want to see Yondu, which is awesome. I'm excited. All right, so I am going to get us back in the game, and this time I am going to choose Storm. So let's dive right back in. I've got Storm pulled up here, who, I mean, I just want to say kudos to you because she looks incredible. All right, so we're gonna go to Omega Flight as we load up, and I'm gonna need some help. I kind of remember where Yondu is from when I've been playing, but Joe, which region should I go to?
All right, so look for Xander. Should be
Right there.
right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
You choose Xander, and then the next sector should be City Cluster. That's where you want to go.
Perfect. Thank you.
Yep.
For the sake of our wonderful stream and to give our viewers something more to look forward to, I'm going to skip some of the travel stuff. Yeah, I was playing a little bit earlier. So let's see. Let's fly around here a little bit. Again, real quick, as I start to look for Yondu, Joe, can you tell me a little bit about Xandarth and what's going on here?
Yeah, this is actually, a planet Xandar, like combined to a certain region on our Earth, and is still getting attacked, being invaded by the Outriders and Thanos' goons. That's what is happening right now. Nova Corps, they're at war with all the Outriders, as you see on the screen. Yeah, so there, some of the sceneries that you can see, this region is badly hurt. There are people, good people, in need of help and stuff like that. But of course, to save the day, we have the Ravagers there too. So I think you're reaching Yondu on the right path.
Yeah, I vaguely remember where he is, but the map is so big, so cool. We got a note from Facebook. Crystal Miller says, "Is this live now or replay?" This is live. I am spinning her around like this. Sorry if that made anybody dizzy. Let me look at the map. He's in this area right here.
Yeah, I think you're almost there. Just right around the corner to your right.
To my right. Is he over?
It's hiding behind.
Yeah, there he is. Yeah, I knew he was
There you
around
go.
here somewhere. Yeah, thank you. See,
All right.
Crystal, I'm gonna spin around with Storm. This is live. Pew pew. She's here. So we land, and we can talk to Yondu.
Yeah, he's got the mean smile, mean face right there.
See, and look, Joe, he's got his mohawk type fin on his head, so he's got a smart look, just like my cap did.
I heard he liked your whistles too.
Again, I don't want to spoil any of this for anyone watching, but so that is finding Yondu, one of the NPCs. He gives us a quest. We get to do some cool stuff. It's pretty great. So Crystal, hopefully that answered your question for everybody watching. That was pretty rad. I really like this game. All right. This year I've appeared in an issue of our X-Force comic. I made a cameo in Marvel's MODOK on Hulu, issue 20 of X-Force, episode 7 of Marvel's MODOK. And I'm making an even bigger impact as Agent M in Marvel Future Revolution as an NPC in the game. And it's I'm a pretty great NPC if you ask me. I'm one of, I own shops throughout all the different regions. So it's really, really cool. So what I would love to do is show off a little bit of Agent M. I will also need your help, Joe and Danny. I'm going to switch out our character, select a different hero. Let's see. Let's play as Captain America. We'll play as rebellious Captain America.
Yes.
As that loads over on Twitch, Carolina Blue says Storm looks amazing. Thank you, Carolina. Okay, so since Joe helped me last time, Danny, which region should I go to find an Agent M?
I think we should go to Sakaar and look at your version in Sakaar.
I love it. Now, which area?
Let's see.
Great Desert, Valley of the Chosen One, Polluted Plain, or Crown City. Remind everybody watching, we are live.
That's
How
right.
about
Right.
we actually switch to New Stark City version? I think I can actually help be your guide.
I would love that, Joe. Thank you. New Stark
Yeah.
City. Boom, we'll go over there. Where should I go?
Mm-hmm. This time, I want you to go to the research sector, Project Pegasus.
Great. Research Sector, Project Pegasus.
Yep.
Shout out. Very cool. Shout out to Mark Grunwald and Ralph Macchio, who did some really great stuff creating Project Pegasus stories back in the day. I am proud H&M has a shop at Project Pegasus. Okay. Joe, lead the way.
I've got my mission.
Why don't you open up your mini map
Okay.
and then tap on the middle tab that shows the locations of NPCs. There you are. You see your name right there, Agent M.
Oh. Well, that was
Yeah.
super easy. Well done. It's like
That's
you
how
guys
we do
made
our
this
things.
game- Yeah.
All right. So you get to check out the beautiful scenery of New Stark City. Uh-oh.
Look at that.
You have another haircut. Look at that.
Right.
Look at that guy.
Right. You're shaking your head. As a matter of fact, what's happening is actually he is giving you a quest right now. That's what's happening. So go through the dialogues, and you're gonna get your mission, and then you're gonna fall into the next step of the little story given by yourself. How does it feel, Ryan?
Honestly, it's one of the coolest things in my 15 years at Marvel, so thank you. It feels awesome. Yeah,
That's what we call a multiverse.
I love it. All right, let's see if we can find one more, and I will jump to another region. Joe, do you have another region in mind?
Yeah, sure. Why don't we actually go to Hydra Empire this time?
Ooh, okay.
All right.
I'm a little annoyed that a version of me would be at Hydra Empire, but maybe he's fighting for the greater good with his.
I think
you could
are
be one of the
resistant-
resistance. You could be one of the resistance members, right? All right.
Good.
So, tap on the top one. Yep, that's where you want to
Hell's
go.
Kitchen. Fun fact: Hell's Kitchen is where my grandmother grew up. She was born and raised in New York's Hell's Kitchen of the 1930s, 40s, and 50s. So
Ooh, for real.
pretty cool.
All
Yeah.
right. So,
Here's another fun fact. Not to spoil it, one of the grandmother is a resistant member.
Ooh. I like
same
it.
deal. Yeah. You see your name slapped right there.
Yep.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Boom. I love it. While we're doing this, we've got another Twitch comment from Ray_24. Ray says, "This game looks amazing. I can't wait." Thank you for that, Ray. As Cap goes through, normally when we'd be playing, and you'd be running along, you'd probably get involved in all the skirmishes. You'd probably take down a bunch of the bad guys. You pick up your loot. You do all that stuff, but we're on a mission to find Agent M.
Yep. It's not a walking distance for sure.
Yeah. And as anybody can see watching this, there are tons of NPCs and characters around. And like little things that trigger more missions and opportunities. We're going to get away from that big battle over there. Oh, we ran into another NPC over here, but I believe Agent M is around here somewhere, right? I saw him before. Let's check the map, like you said. Agent M, boom. Oh, I walked right past him.
There you go.
Let's see. There we go. Excuse me, Storm.
Hail Hydra!
That does not sound right. I know, I recorded that line myself, and it still sounds so odd to me.
You're so happy.
But yeah, look at that. See? great job to the team at Netmarble. Look at all those pouches. I could store all my snack bars and my, I don't know, flash drives and what have you in there. He looks terrific. I love it.
That's a smart version of you, being practical with all the big pockets and stuff, like Captain America you designed.
There you go. You get it, Joe. You understand. Yeah, so those are just two versions of an NPC that you can interact with in Marvel Future Revolution. So we've seen some costumes, we've seen some regions, some NPCs, tons of stuff here for Marvel Future Revolution, which, again, reminder, launches August 25th. We've got a whole bunch more to talk about on this episode. Soon in the show, we're going to do deep dives into the Blitz battle mode with the Blitz stage, A Great Threat, with a certain supervillain I'm very fond of, who may be behind me. Reminder, though, of course, stick around to the end of the show for a special coupon code, which is good for some in-game goodies when Marvel Future Revolution launches August 25th. Right now, we want to do a little Q&A. So from all of you who've been watching live, I've got over here a little device where the producers are sending me any of your questions and comments, stuff coming in. Twitter, at Carol Collector says, every time I see Carol, I scream, so stoked for this. I'm so glad, Carol. You know, we're going to do some questions and stuff. One of the questions I wanted to ask before we move on, Danny, is I've heard us talk internally about some cool orchestral arrangements of the game's music tracks. What's that all about?
So we have two things. The first one is we are in the process of making the official soundtrack for the game, which is titled Marvel Future Revolution, The Convergence Soundtrack. The second news is we are working on a live recording orchestra session, and we're going to make a show out of it and show it to everyone to celebrate the launch of the game. So stay tuned for more news on that front soon.
I love it. That's awesome. Thank you for that. So we do have some questions coming in, a couple from Twitter. One question is, does this game take place before or after Marvel Future Fight? Ooh, another title from Marvel Games and Netmarble.
So I can answer that. So, I mean, in the beginning of the story for Marvel Future Fight, there's actually a part where Nick Fury, director Nick Fury, he actually warns the heroes about something danger coming pretty close. And this is actually what he meant, the convergence thing that is actually causing all the chaos for Future Revolution. Yeah, but don't worry about Future. You don't have to worry about, Future Fight storyline being ended or anything like that, because it's a separate storyline that, as of course, Marvel Future Revolution, we have our storyline, so both of the games moving on and on.
Very cool. I love that there's still some connection to everything. There's a question, another one in here from Twitter asking, how large is each map? Do you have like a metric for how large the maps are?
Yeah, we actually scale like all the stuff that we actually want to bring to the game, like all the structures and also like all the blocks that needs to be included in the game. Like, so most of all of the maps, they actually stretch out for miles and miles, right? We make sure, like how we showed you on the screen, moving from point A to point B is never a walking distance. But, we just wanted to make sure that the traversing experience is fun enough, because you have the superhero ability to be either dashing or actually fly around.
Yeah, flying is fun. I actually really like dashing. I should have done it more with Cap. Just he moves so fast, and you get the like burst. It's good traversal. There's a Facebook question in here from Brian Perez. Brian asks, what are the costumes for Spider-Man in this game? We're not showing Spider-Man specifically, but Danny, are there any Spider-Man costumes you can talk about?
Yeah, the costume like that you might be familiar with, inspired by the comics or the films. From the comics, you might be familiar with stuff like Spider-Punk, costume from like Scarlet Spider or the Ultimates, right? And then also on the film side, as you can see earlier on, we did show, costume that's inspired by Marvel's Avengers Infinity War.
Yep. It looked really cool too. Joe, there's a question in here. I'm not sure we can answer it, but I'll toss it out to you. The question comes on from Twitter. It says, how do you unlock the costumes for each region?
All right, so there are actually a couple of ways that you can actually start collecting those. The major method of crafting those region costumes would be actually just, like grab the materials from the certain modes that is actually provided in the game. It's actually the special operation that actually gives you the material for crafting these region items.
Very cool. Last question we're taking right now from the fans, and thank you again for everybody who's sending in your questions and your comments. This question came in through YouTube chat, and the question is, can you play this on iPad? Question mark, question mark, question mark. So this person is very concerned. Can they play this on their iPad?
So my answer is yes, exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark.
Well, there you go. Well, that was an easy answer. I hope you you get to play it on the biggest iPad you have. YouTube commenter, Joe, Danny, like the audience here, great comments, great questions. They're really excited. I believe that they deserve a little special something. Joe, what do you say?
What do you say, Danny? We got the hype train going on, right? We have to keep it going.
I mean, why not? Let's do it. Like, give them something, Joe.
What about you, Ryan?
Hell yeah. Choo choo. Let's do it.
All right, then let's slap it on the screen. I got something for you. Yep. That's MFR Live, Marvel Future Revolution Live. That actually contains 50K amount of gold. It's not the most hefty amount, but it should be helpful for your early onboarding for the game. So this is our treat. I mean, once the game goes live, you'll be able to redeem it. We're going to remind you where to redeem it and how and all that stuff. But if you want to do it, just write that down the old-fashioned way.
Yeah, when you mark your calendar for August 25th, and you're like circle, August 25th, Marvel Future Revolution goes live. Write down that code, MFR Live, put it in there. You get a whole bunch of gold. That's awesome. Thank you. So hold on to that code, everybody who's watching. All right, let's keep this going. We're all hyped about the free stuff, but let's see some battling on Last Marvel Live. Of course, we saw some Spider-Man starting mission, which was all single player. It was a lot of fun, but now we want to see some multiplayer battling. Danny, before we get into it, what are some of the multiplayer battle game modes?
In this game, we have Special Operation, Blitz, Raid, and then also competitive stuff like Omega War and Dark Zone.
Nice. Joe, which of the multiplayer modes do you play most often?
My personal favorite would be Special Operation, but that actually only gives out like certain amount per day. So most of the times I'm actually just, doing the Blitz. That actually gives you the easiest access to.
Sure. Now, you mentioned Special Operation. I want us to take a look at Special Operation mode. Before the show, Joe, Danny, our friend June, and we all got together. We played a Special Operation, the Hydra Escape Mission. So we've got some highlights now. We're going to play it for you and talk a little bit about it right now.
Right. That's 4 of us right there.
Yeah, the goal is to rescue civilians in this special operation.
Yep. You can see that the setting is in Hydra Empire. So you can see all those civilians surrounded by the baddies. What you got to do is actually you have to take care of the baddies first, and then you reach the civilians, and they're going to escape with your help, right? Then your points get all stacked up. Actually, on the screen right now, I'm not doing so well. Ryan,
Oh, Ryan, you're leading at this point.
Yeah, I was okay. I was all right for a while.
Yeah, I mean, when we were actually playing this, I was actually, just kind of training you guys, right? I wasn't paying attention to the scoreboard. That's my lame excuse. But anyways.
I like the note that popped up that said that, I think it was you, Joe, at that point, you had rescued Rocket Raccoon, which is just cool. Like, there's so much going on, but knowing that you're like rescuing your friends and the different characters in the game, like, it just adds a lot.
Oh yeah, Rocket Raccoon actually gives you like a lot of high points. So if you want to get ahead of the game, other than your peers, then you always want to watch out for the little Rocket Raccoon. But don't
Yes.
forget about the boss fights. That's Arnim Zola.
That's a great
Okay,
design
so
for Arnim Zola as well. He's a wonderful, just terrifying, Jack Kirby villain, and he looks awesome in the game.
yep.
Dodge button.
You have to, watch out for like all those, glowy things that actually gives you buffs. It could be healing your HPs, or maybe it could be charging your ultimate skills and all that stuff. And also you have to be knowing when to actually go consume that. And it's all about the teamwork. For this mode, everybody's maxed out to be level 100. So it's actually like a fair mode, So
Oh, this
even
is
if
where
you-
everybody knocked out.
Yep.
It's a tough fight. We we were doing our best. We were having a good time. Of course, I came in, and probably we would have failed if I hadn't come back in and saved the day and brought us back as a team. I'm just saying. I'm putting that in.
Yeah.
Hey,
So Danny,
I was there. I was still standing.
yeah. So every time you actually, get knocked out, you lose some points, right? So you actually want to make sure that you're actually staying up the whole time. Arnim Zola.
We did it.
We
Yep.
did it.
That was victorious.
Yep. And their best player was Danny.
Me.
Oh,
It's me.
good job with just a
Thank you.
ridiculous high score, Danny.
Thank
I
you.
don't know what you're doing.
He has some good training. He learned from the best.
I have skills and good dodging skills.
Dodging
Yep.
is super important in the game. I have to, I always have to think about getting better at my dodge in the game. All right, so that was Special Operation. We also got to play some Blitz mode and the stage A Great Threat, and faced the sweetest, best, most angelic character in the Marvel Universe, MODOK. So let's take a look at some of those highlights right now. Yeah, so our squad, again, it was the 4 of us getting in here in Blitz. Joe, can you tell us a little bit about what Blitz mode is?
Yeah, it's 4 of you there playing together. Actually, you could actually enter it solo too, if you actually feel like it. But then, you actually take care of the goons first. This time it's going to be AIM researchers and scientists. Yeah, so once you actually take care of all those guys in the entrance, then you actually, get to the actual boss stage that, not too long after, right? And yeah, make sure that you also work as a team when you're actually playing with other players around. And this is actually the perfect chance where you actually get a glimpse of the more higher level characters and learn from them and how they actually perform, when they dodge, all that stuff, right? So, some of those factors intact there. Yeah, so this is actually the middle goons that we're seeing, and shortly after, we will be seeing Ryan's favorite big baddies, right?
I mean,
Oh,
he's,
yeah.
misunderstood is more, I think he's just misunderstood. He's really a sweet boy with a wonderful set of electronics and a great chair, big brain, wonderful winning smile, great breath, beautiful shining eyes. I mean, I could go on. MODOK is the best.
Oh yeah, I mean, actually, I worked on this game for too long. I mean, now that I've been staring at that, beautiful character too much, I have no choice but to agree with you. Yep, but he is no joke, right? I mean, he put up himself. He is actually planting all these, bombs around. So you have to, watch the surroundings, watch the patterns, and what he is doing is actually playing some mind tricks and all that stuff. Right, Danny?
Yeah, you pretty much have to also aware of your surrounding, your secondary objectives, that traps that's laying around you. These bosses also deal status effects, might cause confusion, or depends on the boss, might freeze you, or you might be on fire. So it depends.
I mean, it's MODOK, so he has a ton of weapons and a ton of abilities. That said, when you do work together, you do dodge, you do really utilize all your abilities together as a great squad, you can take on any character. You can even take down the mighty, wonderful MODOK, who is super fast at times in this. I remember when we got that, it was like, man, he just keeps going, but we were fortunate enough to take him down. That was a whole lot of fun. Unfortunately for me, again, Danny got the top rank. Danny.
That's how we roll.
Once again, I wasn't paying attention. I was leading the way.
Sure, Joe.
Why am I being such a sore loser?
This is what
It's
happens
okay.
whenever we play together. Joe say, "I'm not paying attention."
No.
That's all right. Y'all, we've been almost talking for an hour. It's time to just about wrap up the show, but as promised, it is time for the special coupon code for the game just for viewers here watching Marvel Live. So take your pen, your pencil, write it down however you need to, jot down the code on your screen. It is launch825. Keep that code handy. It's going to give you a 1 to 3 star costume box when you get the game on August 25th. Remember, you can download it and start playing August 25th. There's this code as well as MFR Live. Write them both down. You'll be able to input these codes when the game launches August 25th. Man, thank goodness it's August, not October. Yeah, so save it, get ready for it. And of course, there's even more. You can pre-register now, and Netmarble has even more goodies in store for you. Check out this little video.
Marvel Future Revolution. Pre-register now.
Boom. So pre-register and get ready for August 25th. If you need help pre-registering, there's a bunch of ways to do it. You can go to the Google Play Store. You can go to the Apple App Store. You can go to marvelfuturerevolution.com, which is going to have all the info you need. It's going to have, details. It'll give you all the info on the special costumes you get for pre-registration. And there's also going to be a link in the show description wherever you're watching, which will help you also get right into pre-registration. That has been our show. It's been a great one. Thank you so much, Joe, for being here.
Well, thank you for having me again. It's great to be back here. It's right around the corner, the launch. I have a game to complete real quick. I mean, always busy. Danny, are we going back to work now?
I mean, we are doing final preparation. We doing final adjustments and taking feedback from the soft launch. It's gonna be a very exciting next 30 days, busy month for us, and I am looking forward to it.
As am I. Thank you, Danny, as well for being here. And of course, we have less than a month left until the game launches August 25th. So join us next time for another special Marvel Live. We're going to do that in August. We're going to talk about each character's unique battle style because the characters are they work differently. They're going to be a lot of fun. We're going to talk maybe a little bit more about the orchestral remixes of the game's music tracks, which I'm excited for fans to hear. We're also going to get a special look at 10v10 battle mode Omega War, which is dope. It's really cool. Thank you everyone for watching. Once again, thanks Danny, thanks Joe, thanks everybody. I'm Agent M. You can see me in the game, and this is Marvel, your universe.